going over to some breaking inputs. We are learning that Kashmir Files has been shortlisted for the Oscars this year. Director Vivek Agnihotri has claimed, he's tweeted saying that Pallavi Joshi, Mithun Chakrabarti, Darshan Kumar, Anupam Khera all shortlisted for Best Actor categories. It's just the beginning, a long, long road ahead. Please bless them all. This is the latest we are bringing to you. Big breaking news coming in. Kashmir Files makes it to the Oscars. For more details, let's quickly go across to Shilpa, who will bring us the details. Shilpa, share the latest with us.
So Kashmir Files is one of many Indian films that have made it onto the Oscars reminder list. This is not a shortlist because the Oscars officially will be releasing the shortlist for those categories, which will be the best feature film or the best actors or the best supporting actors. And that shortlist will be the list from which the nominations will be picked. The reminder list is actually an extensive list of films which just meet the qualifications to qualify for a certain category. It needs to be a runtime of so and so minutes. It needs to have been released either theatrically on the OTT. These are some of the specifications that Kashmir Files, along with films such as RRR or Gangubai Kathiawadi or Kantara or even films like Rocketry, Vikrant Rona, they are all part of this list. So these are the films that have been judged to have qualified for the categories that they have been nominated in. It does not have a qualitative sense in that manner as much as ticking off some check boxes that are required to qualify to be on the list. Now, after this, the Oscars does announce a shortlist. In December, they announced the shortlist for some categories such as Best Song or be it Best International Feature. And actually, India did make it onto the shortlist. For its last Chella show, made it on the shortlist for Best International Film Segment. RRR gotten for Best Original Song. Yet All That Breathes, Chonak Sense in the documentary section. And The Elephant Whisperer also got a nomination in the shortlist in the documentary short. So that does mean that they've reached some sort of level of shortlisting. They've been picked, whereas the reminder list is just the fact that these films have fulfilled the requirements to qualify, which is, as I told you, a list of things such as runtime, when it was released, where it was released, stuff like that.
So Shilpa, help me understand when the news that's been shared by Vivek Agnihotri stating that Pallavi Joshi, Mithun Chakrabarti, Darshan Kumar, Anupam Kher, all these have been shortlisted to the Best Actor category, doesn't mean necessarily that they've made it to the Best Actor category, right?
It does not. In fact, it does not mean that they have been shortlisted at all. When I speak about the nomenclature used by the Oscars will release their shortlist. What we can say is that maybe other films were submitted with that didn't make it to this reminder list. But that could be because of many reasons, such as the runtime or the screen time of that person present. It is in no way a reflection of the fact that the umpires have chosen it for a best performance or chosen it for excellence in the category. It means that it has qualified a certain number of requirements. That's what it means. So,
right.
And also, they have made it onto a list. This is not the short list; it is a reminder list.
Right, Shilpa. Having said that, important to also talk about how at a certain level, at least, the Academy is now willing to acknowledge a movie that was highly controversial in the country.
The Academy has been trying to support diversity when it comes to the content. And if you see the number of Indian films on that list, there are many of them. This is not to suggest that many members have watched them. In fact, as he's tweeted, Vivek Agnihotri, there's actually a long road ahead where the members actually have to watch them. It just suggests that some officials have seen it and see that it meets those certain cuts. Other controversial films have also qualified. Yes, it is true that Kashmir Files, along with other Indian films, have found a place on the reminder list. And that is the news, that is out. The fact that they have qualified to be on that reminder list.
Shilpa, there's also a speculation that this is perhaps the first time that India has made it to 4 Oscar shortlists. This is, of course, as we know, as you rightly mentioned, is a stage before the nominations. But is that true?
Well, yes, India has made it to 4 Oscar shortlists. Now, this was the earlier list that was announced by the AMPAs, the Academy of Motion Picture and Arts. They announced it in December, but only for certain categories. So those categories are Best Original Song, where RRR got a nomination. Cello Show made it to Best International Film Segment.
All right, Shilpa, I'm going to
Elephant
request you to
Whisperer-
continue